Hello and welcome back to Infinite Remote Control. I'm John and here we have the Blade 350 QX2 ready to fly quadcopter. So this is going to come with everything that you need to fly, including a Spectrum 4-channel radio. Well, it's actually more than 4 channels, but they advertise it as the DX4. And here we're greeted with a couple different parts. You have your Allen keys to get the quad opened up. You have a good manual, and then you also have I believe it's copper, just sheets of metal that you surround your GoPro or GoPro similar cameras with to avoid interference with the other electronics. And taking the top of the styrofoam off, you'll see everything that we have and get a better view for you guys. So we have the quadcopter itself, the basic unit with landing gear. That just comes right out. Then you have your Spectrum DX4 radio. And like I said, it has more than 4 channels. Here you can see that it actually says channel 5. And this is going to be your 3-position switch for your different flight modes. So you have your stability mode, you have your aerial photography mode. Here you have a throttle cut / bind button. So once you've landed it, you're gonna cut your throttle like that. And here's your arm motors and then your return to home switch. And everything else is very standard. One thing you'll notice though is that it has no trim buttons, so that's one thing that's different. And also you don't have your vast array of different options here. You just have 2 different modes, mode 2 and mode 4. Here is going to be your 3-channel, let's get that into frame, DC LiPo charger. So you will need a separate power supply. And it looks like you just plug your battery's balance plug right into the charger, and you don't have to worry about any extra wires. And then you can see that's where you're gonna plug it in. Actually, let's see what they have. Oh, they do include the battery charger for you, the power supply for you. So you just plug this cable in, and that goes into your wall outlet, and then you can plug that in, and that's how you'll charge your batteries. And I'll go into a little bit more depth in the overview videos, but you can see that your output is going to be a 3.5 amps. So with the included battery, which is 3,000 milliamp hours, you'll get it charged in under an hour, which is very impressive. This battery feels good, high quality, fairly light. They've also included 4 AA batteries, which I believe is going to be for your transmitter. Let's see what else they have. Okay, so this is going to be for adapting for different countries. It's very nice to see this, and that's just one more reason why paying more for Horizon Hobby products is usually worth it. Here you have your GoPro or GoPro similar camera casing to attach to the quadcopter itself. You can use the I believe it's the Horizon Hobby action camera or photography camera that Blade uses on their aerial photography quadcopter, but you can buy that independently. You can also buy some of the other action cams that Hobby King sells that are in the same GoPro form factor. Some of the last things that you'll see in the box are going to be the mounting isolation plates for the camera. You can see you have the little bowls there. Some more wires, maybe for your antenna. I see some alligator clips in here. I'm not too sure what all of this is going to be for, but again, that's why this is only an unboxing video. And lastly, you have your propellers. Let's get all of this out of the way. So here are your extra propellers in case you do break one. And just seeing the stiffness is not really there. These are extremely light and fairly flimsy propellers, and I don't know if that's going to be a good thing or a bad thing yet for this quadcopter here, the Blade 350 QX2. But I do believe that the people over at Horizon Hobby probably do know what they're doing. So I trust that everything should be fine on this unit. I'm not really going to open this up to show you what's inside quite yet. Here you can see you have your motors, and they're actually a different form factor than what the industry standard is. Just one, by the way that they bolt onto the motor, and two, the way that the motor fits in there, the housing of the motor. Your ESCs are kept within the arms, and here you can see you have larger ventilation, and you also have ventilation for the motor. You can open up the battery door, I believe, just like that, yes. The lid comes off, and then here it looks like you're just gonna slide in your battery, and they have some Velcro to secure that down. You have your board, your main board inside there. That's going to stabilize the unit itself and also distribute the power to the ESCs. And I'm not sure if the receiver and everything is built into that one board. No, I'm seeing some other things, other boards over there. Again, I'm not too sure about what all of this is. Also, I'm seeing some separate inputs. Let's see if we can get that on camera for you. There's some separate inputs on there, and it looks like you can solder some more connectors onto the board. So maybe the board is expandable. Maybe that's only for upgrading. I'm not too sure. Looks like that's the way that it will face. Here you can see you have some more ventilation for the internal electronics. So yeah, that's pretty much an unboxing video of this setup. You can see everything that it comes with. The battery, the charger. You can have the adapters, and then the GoPro or GoPro similar housing, and then your manual. Make sure that you read that manual because that will help you out your first couple of times flying. And even somebody that's experienced like myself, I will still make sure to read that manual so that I know that I'm doing everything right in terms of just arming the motors and things like that. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. If you didn't, dislike it. That's okay with me. And until next time, talk to you later.